Hello students, today we have come up with the valuation of goodwill. It is related to the admission of partners in your syllabus. There will be few simple sums and their solution. So before starting this, we must know why do you need to have valuation of goodwill for partnership firms. Let me introduce the term goodwill for you. What is that? Have you ever noticed that few firms or business organizations enjoy more profit than the others? This is because of the reputation they have got, right? So this reputation is often valued and it is known as goodwill. So let's start the class.
Contact us for the theory part of this chapter and we will discuss only the sums here.
So now we are going to learn the last topic under this demo session, methods of valuation of goodwill. Though there are three methods in your syllabus, but we will cover only one here. To know more, you have to contact me for the full-fledged class, okay? Now first method is average profit method, second method is super profit method, and third method is capitalization method. And we are going to cover only average profit method today. What is this? There are actually three steps to calculate average profit method. Any goodwill under average profit method. Now, first step is obviously to calculate the average profit of past few years. And then we have to multiply that with the number of years of purchase, which will be given in the question. Okay. So what is the logic behind this? That we know from the definition itself that any company or any partnership firm or any sole proprietorship business is having goodwill only when it enjoys profit more than the profit which is enjoyed by any other firm or business, right? That is, it means that when a company or a firm enjoys profit which is more than the average profit it could have earned, then we are having the goodwill in it, right? So here what is going on for the calculation part? We have to multiply a specified number of year which will be given in the question with the average profit, then only we can get the value of goodwill. Okay, let's start with an example, then we will understand it more. So what are the steps we have to know first? What are the steps to calculate goodwill under method 1? What was that method? Average profit method. Okay, so there are basically three steps. Step 1 is calculation of total profit. Okay, now when we are going to calculate the total profit, we are measuring the average profits only. Any extraordinary income or expenses will be excluded from that. Okay, what does it mean? That when we are going to calculate the average profit, we are going to calculate the profit based on the normal transactions. The normal transaction means the transaction which happens every year, not specific for any specific year. Okay, next we are going to calculate the average profit. Okay, now what is this average profit? If you are going to calculate the average profit for 5 years in a simple average method, then obviously, as you know, in the maths, what was that formula for a simple average? The total by the number of years, right? So it will be total profit by 5. And if you are going to calculate in weighted average, the formula will be different. We will show both of this in this demo session. And the third step will be calculation of goodwill by multiplying number of years with the result from step 2. That means we have already calculated the average profit. Now whatever average profit we have got, we have to multiply that with the specific number of years which will be given in the question as the base for the valuation of goodwill. Okay. So let's come to the first illustration. Now read this very carefully. The profit for the last 5 years of a firm were as follows. Year 2002 was 4 lakhs, year 2003 was 3 lakhs 98,000, year 2004 was 4 lakh 50,000, year 2005 was 4 lakhs 45,000, and year 2006 was 5 lakhs. Okay. Now it is said to calculate the goodwill of the firm on the basis of 4 years purchase of this 5 years average profit. Okay, now there are many things given in this question, don't get confused. Okay, we have to take out the information which are necessary for the calculation. Just concentrate on the steps. Okay, what was the first step? The first step was to calculate the total profit. Total normal profit, right? So what is the normal profit amounts given? 4 lakhs, 3 lakh 98,000. Let me show you with a pen. Okay, so this will be 4 lakhs, okay, 3 lakh 98,000, 4 lakh 50,000, 4 lakh 45,000 and 5 lakhs. Okay, now if we calculate the total of this, then we will get the total profit. Okay, now let's see what is the calculation of first step. Okay, so this will be the calculation of first step. We have totaled and the total profit becomes 21 lakhs 93,000. Okay, so the first step is complete, right? Now we are going for the second step. Okay, so what was the second step? We have to calculate the average profit. Now there are 5 years as it is given. It is already given that it is the last 5 years profit we are going to calculate. Okay, and since it is not said if the simple average method or weighted average method will be employed, so we are employing simple average for now. Okay, but there is a very important logic behind this why we are calculating the simple average, because whatever is there, see, 4 lakhs, 3 lakh 98,000, 4 lakhs 50,000, 4 lakhs 45,000, 5 lakhs, there are no patterns. Okay, can you see any pattern, any increasing trend or decreasing trend? If there is no trend or pattern you can see in this in these years which are given in the question, then you have to calculate it with simple average method. Don't use weighted average. If the question says, then you have to obviously use the weighted average method compulsorily, but otherwise if the question is silent about the method of averaging, then don't use weighted average if there is no pattern you can see. Either it should be decreasing or increasing pattern, then only you can use the weighted average method. Okay, so now we are going to divide this total of 2,193,000 by 5, because the 5 given number of years. Okay, now, calculation of simple average profit. This is the step 2. Okay, so we are going to do the same thing. 2,193,000 divided by 5. It is coming as 4,386,000. Okay, so this is the simple average profit. This is the step 2. Okay, now we are going to calculate the goodwill. This is the last step, step 3. What will be the calculation? Average profit into number of years purchased. So number of years purchased was 4, as you can remember from the question, right? And this thing we have calculated here, right? 4,386,000 we have calculated already in step 2. So we are going to multiply this with 4 and it is coming as 1754400. So this is the valuation of goodwill you are getting from a simple sum of simple average method, right? Next we are going to calculate it with weighted average. Okay, the numbers and the values will be different obviously, but we are going to apply the same method. Method number 1, what was that? Average profit method, but we are going to calculate it with weighted average. So this is the illustration 2. Okay. Now what is there? The profit for the last 5 years of a firm were as follows. 2002 was 20,000, 2003 was 24,000, 2004 was 30,000 and 2005 was 25,000. The last one is 2006, 18,000. Okay. Now do you see any pattern over here? I don't think so, right? Because from 2002 to 3 it is increasing, then again increasing, and then it is decreasing. So there is no trend you can see here. But still, as it is given that calculate the value of goodwill on the basis of 3 years purchase of weighted average profits. Okay, so we have to calculate it with weighted average method only. If the question is silent, then you have to notice whether any pattern is there or not. But if the question says that you have to calculate it with weighted average method, then you have to calculate. There is no chance of escaping that. Okay. So what are the weights given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 respectively to the profits of 2002, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. Now what is the meaning of this? Weights, right? It is said that whenever it is given weight, any weight, here it is given as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It is the consecutive numbers. Any other weights can also be assigned according to the wishes of the examiner. Okay, so whatever will be the weights, you have to multiply those weights with the profits to get the total profit of that year. And if you are going to take out the total profit of this 5 years, the last 5 years, then we have to add all these products. Okay, we will see this after this, right? So first step will be calculation of total profit over last 5 years, but this time the calculation will be a bit different from the average, simple average profit method. Okay, so what is there? There are 4 columns specifically. Okay, so what are this? Year, profits, weights and product. So you have to make 4 columns in your answer sheet, right? Now first column will be, you will be writing the number of years. Next you have to write the profits and you have to assign the weights. Now see what is given. Weight 1. See the question again. Weight 1 is assigned to 2002. Okay, read the question very carefully. Whenever the weights are given, you have to read it very carefully because you have to understand which weight is for which year. Okay, so at first number 1 is given in weights and at first 2002 is given under the years. So obviously weight 1 is assigned to 20,000 profit of 2002. Okay, so how we are going to calculate the product? 2000 multiplied by 20,000, sorry, 20,000 multiplied by 1, that is 20,000. Okay, next see the question again. Weight 2 is assigned to 2003. Okay, so here weight 2 is assigned to 2003. That means we are getting 2 multiplied by this year's profit was 24,000. 24,000 is multiplied with 2. We are assigning weight 2 to the profit pertaining to 2003. That means the weight is multiplied by the profit of 2003. The profit of 2003 was 24,000. So we are going to multiply 24,000 into 2 and the amount is coming as 48,000. Okay. Similarly, the other years are also done. Now, what is the total of the product column is getting? We are getting 3,48,000 in total. So this is your total profit for this question. Okay, so step 1 is complete, right? And similarly, we have to understand when we are going to calculate the step 2, that is average profit, we have to understand what should be the denominator. In earlier sum, we have calculated it through dividing the total profit by number 5 because there were 5 number of years, right? But here the number of 5 will not be as the denominator. Here it will be 15 because the as weights are assigned already to the years. Okay, as you have already done in maths, I hope, this weighted average calculation, you know that in case of weighted average we cannot just count the number of years or number of uh, digits which are there. We cannot just add all this and divide them, right? We have to add the number of weights assigned, not the number, actually the value of weights assigned. Okay, so it is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 and the total is 15. Okay, so this will form the base to calculate the average profit. Okay, let's go to the next slide. This is the calculation of weighted average profit. So the total product of the last 5 years is coming as 3,48,000 as we have already seen. divided by total weights. Total weights is 15. That also we have seen. So what is the total amount of weighted average profit coming? It is 23,200. Okay. Now the last step, calculation of goodwill. Obviously the formula will be same, average profit multiplied by number of years, because we are doing both of these illustrations under method 1. So these steps will be same. Okay, and the formula will also be. So average profit multiplied by number of years. Here number of years was given as 3, right? And the average profit we have already calculated, 23200. So the amount is coming as 69600 as the calculation of goodwill. Okay, I hope you have understood this. If you have not, please contact me for further information. Okay, thank you. So, we are from Virtual World of Learning. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Telegram, and also email us at a new era of education 2020 @gmail.com. Thank you all.